Oh, yeah, there we go. You know that beat, you know that sound, you know that's Backspin in the engineer room getting it in for us. Yeah, you know it's time. It's coming up for Real Deal Sports Show. Talking sports of all sorts. And we're going to be doing that for the next hour here on WLGZ HD2, The Beat 105.5. This is the Rad Man. Glad to be back with y'all this week. Was on that softball kick. Hey, we got tournaments going every weekend. So, hey, you know I'm on in and out on the ball field. We'll be out in Henrietta later today for the RHAA baseball tournament. And my good friend Joe over there with Rochester Lightning softball. They getting it in Penfield today with that big softball tournament that Joe and his crew put on, a fabulous tournament out there for the Rochester Lightning, the Lady Lightning ball clubs out there. They played in Penfield, Rochester Town Hall. Not Rochester, Penfield Town Hall. If you want to see some good softball action, stop out there and see them there at Penfield High School, Ladies Softball Diamonds, and also at the Town Hall Softball Diamonds out there. Gonna see some great softball. You love baseball? Come on out past Lehigh Station Road on East Henrietta Road. Keep on coming on West Henrietta Road. Keep on coming straight out to the Farrell Complex. They're getting started right now about 8 a.m. My good buddy Willie Washington Sr. Kicking off some games early this morning with the 12U division. A lot of games out there. 15U in the back. If you like the big boys getting that ball deep and long out there, come on out there to Diamond 8 and 9 and see the action out there. But you listen to Real Deal Sports Show. I'll be out there later this afternoon umpiring some baseball games later on today as well. Youth baseball, get it in. Youth girls softball. People come out and enjoy the sports. You got a lot of beautiful kids out here playing their hearts out. Got a lot of teams from all over, from out of town playing. And boy, that Buffalo team last night in baseball, man, that 12 years, they done brought a serious team. They a team to reckon with. And Churchville Charlotte look like they got a serious squad too. So it's some good baseball going on out there at the Farrell Complex. But you're here for Real Deal Sports Show. We're talking sports of all sorts. And that was high school sports and youth sports. We're just talking just that quick. And remember, the Buffalo 10. Stay strong, Buffalo 10. We're with you all. You will never be forgotten. You're the dedicated lifetime sponsor of Real Deal Sports Show. We dedicate the show each week to the Buffalo 10 that happened on May 14, 2022, where that dastardly act by that coward clown come in from out of town and shoot up my people over there in Buffalo, New York at the Top Supermarket. Yeah, we ain't gonna forget that. We never gonna forget that. May 14th, 2022 will go down a day as an infamy that the black community and black folks from all around Western New York and all around the country and all around the world will never forget what you did to us on May 14th, 2022 at the Top Supermarket on Jefferson Avenue, right in the heart of Buffalo, New York, East Ferry and Jefferson Avenues. Yes, indeed. We're going to talk sports of all sorts. Our lead sponsor, Challenge the Community News. Speaking of the news, pick up the July 6th edition, talking about the decision to reject affirmative action. That sister gave a sterling report. If you want to read about what she wrote about the decision that was made, pick it up and check out what the Black Justice had to say, what Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson had to say about that decision, about her colleagues and what they wrote about affirmative action. Act like racism don't exist. Give us all a break. We know it. We know what racism is. We know it's live and well in America. Come on. Y'all gonna act like it don't exist and try to get rid of affirmative action? Okay. We see what time it really is. So check out Challenging Community. It's called A Tragedy for Us All. An excellent piece that she wrote. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. I apologize if I'm botching her name up early this morning, but that sister's a bad sister. She know what she's doing. She got her law degrees, and the piece she wrote, it's in Challenger Community News. You're not going to get that in most of the mainstream publications. I guarantee you don't get her comments of what she wrote about the affirmative action decision. Only in Challenger Community News. Rochester and Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper. Memorial Amy Zion celebrates the Bullock Scholarship winners. Learn about those Bullock Scholarship winners and what colleges and places they're going to be going after high school. The upset, Rose Boddick defeats Sabrina Lamar. Check that out as well. There's a lot of good news in Challenger community news. Pick us up, sports news, national news, world news, health and fitness, fruit infused water, a healthy way to hydrate. Fruit infused water, a healthy way to hydrate. That's a nice article written by Leah Hamilton in this week's Challenger Community News. So check it out. Check out the Challenger. Pick us up weekly at most businesses in the community. Most businesses, even Monroe Community Hospital, Strong Hospital, businesses all around Thurston Road, Genesee Street, Hudson Avenue, Lyle Avenue, Dewey Avenue. Pick up Challenger Community News. It is Rochester's largest weekly African-American newspaper. And check it out and see what's happening. That's our lead sponsor. And I'm going to bring in right now J-GILLZ. J-GILLZ, good morning to you.
How you doing? Good morning, Radman. Good morning. How are y'all doing, Rochester? 105 The Beat. Good morning. What a great week in sports. It's the dog days, Radman, but real sports fans is enjoying themselves fresh off of that Victor Wembanyama debut, fresh off of that summer league. So it's a lot still to talk about, and you can get it right here exclusively on the Real Deal Sports Show.
Yes, indeed. And before we're going to get into baseball first, but before we get into baseball, I want to get into some TMZ action. What the hell was Britney Spears doing, man? How's she tapping the man? The man's 7'4". How can she reach up to that guy's shoulder, man? What did she really touch? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question. Hey, she was tripping, man. She got slapped in the face by security doing a little bit too much with the number one pick, 19-year-old out of France, Victor Wembanyama. I guess they didn't know who she was, man. But, these days, Britney Spears is out here just doing whatever these days. So, she had to get slapped back into reality is what I call it.
Gave her a backhand, huh? The guy slapped the taste out of that Britney Spears mouth, I guess, man. You don't be putting your hands on nobody, especially, he got his security and everything. And like I said, he's 7'4", so I know how in the world could she get up to his shoulders? That's what I want to know. I'm like, man, she probably was grabbing something else and touching us. Come on, Britney. Man, you 20 years past your prime, Britney. People don't really know who you are. They don't remember, you ain't Michael Jackson or somebody that people that just withstood the test of time. I bet the average person probably wouldn't know who Britney Spears was if she walked into the room and started touching them. They wouldn't know who it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's something else. We're gonna get into that when the fanatic comes there. You guys are gonna get into that basketball thing. But I want to know if you're checking out Major League Baseball and what this Ronald Acuna Jr. is doing for the Atlanta Braves. I mean, I have not. I've watched baseball for over 50 years. I have not seen a cat come out like this. Is probably what Willie Mays was doing before my time. I mean, this guy got 20 home runs, 20 some stolen bases. I mean, it's just over 50 RBIs at the halfway point. No one's never done that in the history of Major League Baseball. What Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves is doing right now. If you get a chance to watch a baseball game, try to catch the Atlanta Braves on a game and see this young man play. He's worth the price of admission for sure. J-GILLZ. This guy is putting the ball in play, stealing bases. I mean, he's really showing you how to play the game. And this is the way it was played when I was growing up. It was a lot of stolen bases. It was a lot of stolen bases, a lot of doubles. It wasn't always about the home run, which a lot of these teams are into right now. But the Atlanta Braves right now are 30 games over 500. I can see why when you got Ronald Acuna Jr. and then you got a whole bunch of other hitters on that team, man. I mean, the Braves right now are red hot. Hey, keep an eye out on them. The Tampa Bay Rays, who started out almost 12-0, 13-0, they just lost their 6th game in a row. So Tampa Bay Rays look like they're starting to fall back into the pack. Look like the American League East with Tampa, the Yankees, Toronto, and Baltimore. Baltimore most improved. They hit on all their young talent. Those young guys in Baltimore right now, the Baltimore Orioles, they are playing some great ball, J-GILLZ. What's your comments on the baseball so far?
Right, man. I'm happy to start on. Baseball, especially because, as you know, the premiere of the league was just over this past week, last Wednesday at the Little Theater. The league, which featured, everything about the Negro leagues back in the early 1900s.
Yes.
And we talked about a lot of this, as you said, with the fast-paced baseball. But, right, man, I would love to get your thoughts on this. one of the huge topics of discussion, as you stated, back when you was watching, and I ain't saying you that old, man, but you ain't Negro Leagues old. But as you say, right. the games were definitely played a lot more energy, stealing bases, home runs. Josh Gibson, all of these guys, Satchel Paige. But when I look at it, one of the topics of discussion that we talked about was the lack of Black African Americans in the game of Major League Baseball. You got guys making the game exciting, like a Otani of Japan, like a Acuna Jr. out of Venezuela. How do you think, and why do you think that we don't have many, African Americans playing the game of baseball, the game that really our ancestors grew up on? Like I said, a Josh Gibson, a Rube Foster, these guys who had made this game entrepreneurs, really built up the game and made something for ourselves and our communities, and yet we're not seeing any Black people in the game of baseball. And I feel we can play it just as good as anybody else. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I lived it. I lived through the time period of the 70s, 80s. And what happened was, if you read Gary Sheffield's book, Gary Sheffield, former New York Yankee, Tampa Bay Ray, he played for several teams. He retired as a Yankee, Gary, with the Miami Marlins when they won the World Series. He's the cousin of Dwight Gooden, a star pitcher with the Mets. And what happened with the Black African American ball players is that they were commanding too much money. They asked for money. They were sitting out. They were telling the owners what time it was, and the owners did not like that. The white baseball owners did not like the Black ball players, the Reggie Jacksons, the guys of that era, Dwight Gooden. Those guys would sit out, and Gary Sheffield said before he retired, he said, "Hey, y'all, they told us right in the meeting that, hey, we ain't giving you no more money. Why are we gonna give you money when we can go down to Venezuela and we can go to the Dominican Republic and get guys to play for peanuts compared to what you guys are asking for and commanding for?" So the white owners fell out with the Black ball players because they were asking for the money that they deserved, and they went a different route. Baseball, and since the night, Gary Sheffield, ever since he retired, he said it's going to be very few Black American ball players, African American ball players in Major League Baseball because they set up camps down in the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and then now they went to Japan in the 2000s. They done gone to Japan and getting the best ball players out of overseas, Korea, Japan, all those places, and bringing them over here to play ball. And now that people finally realizing it and say, hey, what happened to the American Black ball player became extinct in the 1990s when the George Steinbrenners and all these other white owners said they don't want to pay Black ball players no more. We sick of them commanding big money, going to the newspapers and doing this. Why are we paying them money when we go overseas and get all these other guys for peanuts compared to what the ball players at that time were making? Now we come full circle. Now those guys who was getting peanuts are now getting big time money because the money has grown in Major League Baseball. Now they have their own network, just like the NFL. Every sport damn near got their own network now, so they're making money off of the TV market. Not only the Yankees who had the cable and still got the cable and have their own. The Yankees went and got their own network and started their own network. A lot of these ball teams through these other entities have that cover their games. So there's a lot more money coming into baseball, and now people are waking up saying, "Hey, where's the back? What happened to the Black ball players?" It's not that the Black ball players don't want to play baseball. It's just that they refuse to bring in Black ball players from the 90s, 80s, and 90s because they got sick of them sitting wanting more money and not want and saying, "Hey, we'll play." It was not like the NBA guys that refused, that just take days off. These guys would play every day, but they wanted top dollar for their bill. Just like their white counterparts, they didn't want to play the Black ball players what they were playing Tom Seaver and the top white ball players in the early 90s. And that's when it came to a head. Gary Sheffield and them said, "Hey, man, we'll go overseas and play and get some more money, make money over there." And that's when they made the decision to blackball Black ball players from Major League Baseball. Now it's coming back. It's full circle. Everybody's seeing it. Everybody said, wow. And now you're seeing a concerted effort. A lot of Black ball players was drafted this year. I was shocked at the amount of Black ball players that were drafted by Major League Baseball this past season. Guys that have an opportunity to come on you got former ball players, kids, guys who got drafted that should be able to make the major league lineups in the coming years. So that's what happened, J-GILLZ. You had a big falling out between the African-American ball players and the white owners in the early 90s. In the early 90s. That's when this happened. That's when black ball players were blackballed from Major League Baseball.
See, that's the Rad Man, a true historian, a true journalist, and that's why you got to tune into the Real Deal Sports Show where you can get that exclusive content.
Absolutely. And people, hey, the Negro League film was outstanding film. You said it was at the Little Theater, and that was done by the Rochester Association of Black Journalists, correct?
Absolutely. The Rochester Association of Black Journalists, including partnering with the Black Cinema Series and the Little Theater to put on The League, which did a phenomenal job. It actually was a pre-screening. The documentary will be dropping later this month, and it's definitely something for all you sports lovers, for all you baseball fans. It's something that you definitely want to tune into, learn more about your history, learn more about the economy and what Black Negro Leagues did for Black people in the economy and how that was the ups and downs. So it's definitely something you want to watch out for. Our guest last week, Reverend Blue, another baseball historian, baseball, very knowledgeable. He was there giving his input, and it was just a great time put on by the Rochester Association of Black Journalists.
I was out doing the tournament. Sorry I missed out. I was doing the tournament last weekend as well when Pastor Blue was here. I know he's very knowledgeable about Major League Baseball. And in that film, did they mention that night baseball, because the white leagues played during the day, so the black could only get fields at night, and they played under the lights. And then when the white people saw how many people that the games were selling out to see the black ball players at night, the Negro Leagues is the one that started night baseball. It was night. The white man played baseball during the day. See, people don't want to go back and learn your history, people. There's a lot of stuff. Black people built this doggone country, man, in so many ways. With the stop sign, with the light, with the green, red light, the stop light and all of that. That was by black people built that. And something with Major League Baseball, night baseball was started by the Negro Leagues.
And in that hour and 43 minutes in the documentary, we didn't even get that. So that's even more information that we need. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because there's a couple films out. The one that they have at the Kansas City Museum. And anybody, if you get a chance to go through Kansas City, stop at the Negro League Museum. It's an excellent film, excellent tour. I mean, this to see the history of the Negro Leagues. And you'll find out, when I found that out there, touring that not too long ago, less than 5 years ago, I didn't realize that night baseball was started in the Negro Leagues. And the white man saw that it was selling out. Next thing you know, they had sold out crowds. Then the white man started having night games. Because everything was like the Chicago Cubs, played with. They didn't even have lights in the damn stadiums, man. They had to import lights in the stadium, in the white man stadiums to have night games.
Yeah, Rad man. Hey,
I how they didn't even think and concern.
Yeah, I got to jump in on that, Rad man, because that is 100%. That's where I was going to go and make sure to say. They always talk about what a majestic field that Wrigley Field is, how beautiful it is. They didn't even have lights, so they could only play day games. So think about it, you're already cutting out such a segment of the population. The business acumen, we think it's all from certain people. Nah, some people just copied other people's ideas and took the credit for it. So I know J-GILLZ and I had a great interview last week with Pastor Darrell Blue of Memorial AME Zion, but definitely a baseball aficionado. And I know he's really happy with his Braves being 59-28, 68% winning percentage. They are off the charts, and they have one of my favorite baseball players, center fielder, a young black African-American ball player, my man Michael Harris II.
Yes.
Rookie last year. Check my man out for the Braves, man. The Braves got an all-star lineup by themselves, man. So check out the Atlanta Braves. They are killing the game. We talked all about the Tampa Bay Rays when they started out hot. Now, hey, you got to check out the Atlanta Braves, man. The A-Town, stand up, man. They doing what they need to do to make it happen here on the playing diamond.
They certainly are. Keep an eye on them. You see a lot of teams making moves. Alex Manoah then went to Florida and found his game. Finally, he came back last night against Detroit, pitched a nice 6 inning. And you can see he was totally out of his rhythm last night. You can see he was in rhythm last night. He looked totally different than he was. I don't know who that Alex Manoah was at the beginning of the season, but thank goodness somebody in Florida figured out what his mechanics was wrong, and he pitched a very good game last night. The Cincinnati Reds. That's a team to see. Yes.
You right, Rap. I'm gonna give it right back so you can jump on. But he went to Florida. We know there's certain people down in Florida. Alex Rodriguez, a certain strip mall. If you need to go to, I don't know if it's still there, but all of a sudden he goes to Florida. I was waiting for him to say he went to Alaska, he went to Arizona, he went somewhere. He went to Florida and got himself right. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, okay. Hey, Roddy, man, hey, just Google Alex Rodriguez, man. Strip mall, Balco. Come on now. But go ahead, Brad, man. Sorry, come on.
Yeah, a lot of people that went to Florida got themselves right through the years. So that's nothing new. L.A. De La Cruz, check this cat out with the Cincinnati Reds. Oh my gosh, this guy, every time he gets on, he's stealing bases. He stole second and third right in the first inning against the Washington Nationals, which really is a farm team. They're on the same level as the Rochester Red Wings. And unfortunately, they're the parent club of the Rochester Red Wings, but they play like a minor league team. I mean, everybody beat the daylights out of them. Cincinnati came in and took 4 games out of there real quick from them. But that Ella De La Cruz, man, that young man is the real deal. Baseball is open to everybody. Hey, I love my Dominican, Venezuelan, Puerto Rican. I love all the ball players. There's some good countries, but the African-American ball player needs to be back in Major League Baseball. And they're starting to see that. They're starting to bring these guys, are starting to get drafted. They're getting looked at. They're getting into different good programs. They had stopped the PAL League, the Police Athletic League. That was slowed down. Now that's back in full effect. The Red Wings have an initiative. Major League Baseball has an initiative through the minor league teams to bring in more black ball players to play ball in the city, fixing up the city diamonds and things like that. Because we lose a lot of diamonds to soccer and lacrosse. You need to get baseball back in there. The high school level here, Soda School of the Arts, East High School in the city, doing very well. I've seen some of their kids playing in this tournament that I'm umping right now out in Henrietta. So the ball is coming. You're going to be seeing more and more Black American ball players in the years to come. Thank God, they're coming back. Right, gentlemen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But hey, I don't know what we're talking about, but I will say, hey, we gotta. If you aren't interested in baseball right now, seriously, you gotta watch the game right now. It's so fascinating. It's a lot more speed. It's a lot more hitting. The game overall is going a lot faster. And again, we talked about watching the Atlanta Braves, but I also have to say, you have to watch this guy, Shohei Ohtani. I know he's on the West Coast, so it's hard to watch him regularly, but we talk about some of the great players from the Negro Leagues who pitched amazingly and then was the best hitter on the team. Shohei Ohtani, he's doing it in the modern day. We're not talking about Babe Ruth, who would have beer gut drinking 40s like OE before games and during games, is using that as Gatorade or Colt 45, smoking a cigar, playing against just white players. Shohei Ohtani, man, got to give him love. I know Aaron Judge, my man, he deserved the Triple Crown last year. Now my man has a big toe issue. It seemed like it might be turf toe. The Yankees, and I'm going to get on them in a minute. But Shohei Ohtani, just to let y'all know, he's pitching well and then also hitting well. 297, almost 300 batting average, 31 home runs in his first half of the season, 68 RBIs, and double-digit stolen bases with 11 stolen bases. So Shohei Ohtani, as usual, the Angels are doing what the Angels do. Rendon is now hurt. Mike Trout is now hurt. Come on, man. The Angels going to be stinking as always. It's nice to live in L.A. I get it. But Shohei, you got to get in the playoffs, man, and pitch in a World Series Game 7, a series clinching Game 5. Come on. I want to see Ohtani in the playoffs. But, folks, he is a generational. We use that term way too often. Legitimately, I haven't seen a player like him since I was playing MLB 2004, like a creative player. That dude is unreal with how he balls. Check out Shohei Ohtani. Home Run Derby is going to be interesting on Monday for Major League Baseball. And Yankees, as Radman would say, wake up. I ain't telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I heard. Brian Cashman, I don't want people to ever lose their job. Brian Cashman can't be the general manager. The Yankees are literally, hey, Radman, I know you done seen, and here in Louisiana, I definitely seen better like 12U, 14U hitting teams than the New York Yankees. It is embarrassing. It is abysmal. As a Yankee fan, I'm disgusted. I'm glad to be in Louisiana all the time, but especially now because the Yankees only come on primetime games. I can't stand watching, even listening to the great John Sterling. Glad to watch real hitting like the Astros and the Atlanta Braves as they were closer in proximity to us, and even the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers doing some really good things with ball. So, hey, man, Yankees got to get it going, man. Brian Cashman cannot be the GM anymore. All these people, Gleyber Torres, Anthony Volpe's coming along. Yankees acting like it is supposed to be. We looking like we are the Mets. The Yankees, we the Bronx Bombers. We looking like the Bronx Chumps right now, and it's embarrassing, man.
What's going on with Giancarlo Stanton? Where's Giancarlo Stanton? What?
You know what he does when the Yankees up 10-1. Now here he go with a massive grand slam or a 3-run home run just to add on to it. That was such the worst deal. Derek Jeter, our man, we love you. You did us dirty. You fleeced us, taking that giant, always hurt, really one-dimensional player, man. Sorry. Whenever the Yankees need a big hit, never Giancarlo. Dude barely hitting 200 in the modern baseball, which is embarrassing. Giancarlo, anytime when his numbers always come.
Yeah.
When the Yankees are up 10-1, 6-1, 8-1, now here comes Giancarlo. But when you're down 1 or down 2 and it's him and a runner on, Giancarlo just fan it, just looking like he got a twig and his elbow doesn't work. Nothing about him is fluid, way too muscle bound. That dude need to go play tight end for the Bills, man. That's what he needs.
He really does. I think so, man. That guy stay hurt. And Miami, speaking of the Marlins, they have 3 outstanding pitchers right now. Man, those guys, they don't really. It's funny. As soon as Jeter leaves, look like you seeing the fruit of his labor coming through now from those trades that they made. They have some outstanding pitchers right now, and the Marlins are doing very well. They have an excellent season. And that Ronald Acuna Jr., I said earlier, he has 20 home runs, 40 stolen bases, and 50 RBIs, all before the All-Star break. I've never in my lifetime seen somebody do that. 20 home runs, 40 stolen bases. I didn't think he was stealing bases like that to have 40 stolen bases and 50. That's the surprising mark, the 40 stolen bases and the 50 RBIs. Yeah, I know he always driving in runs, but that's outstanding. Outstanding work by him. And congratulations to him and the Miami Marlins. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good baseball going on. So keep your eye out on Major League Baseball and see exactly what's what with that one too. So remember also Miriam Rivera Insurance. Hey, we gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Miriam Rivera Insurance, Farmers Insurance Agency over there on Lyle Avenue. Stop down there and check out Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, auto, home, health, and life insurance. 1038 Lyle Avenue, 511 Bean Road, Suite B. Give her a call, 585 area code 360-0094. That's Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, one of our longtime sponsors. So give her a play. It's summertime. If you got a boat, if you got a motorcycle, or one of those toys you playing with this summer, go see Miriam to get you right. Just in case you hit some of those rocks out there on Canandaigua Lake. They say they're having a little problem with the rocks and I guess something from all the rain or something. So if you're having trouble and get a boat accident, I hope you're insured under Miriam Rivera because she's going to give you the best deal possible and make it happen. She saved me and my family, me and my crew a whole lot of money. She can save you and your crew some money as well. Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, auto, home, health, and life insurance. Fanatic. We opened the show talking about Britney Spears, man. How can she this dude's 7'4"? Can you answer the question I asked J-GILLZ at the beginning of the show? How can a dude how can she reach up and touch a guy's shoulder who's 7'4", man?
Yeah, to me, that was just a simpleton move. I watched the video multiple times. This is where people, I'm just like, use your common sense, Britney Spears. And hey, I love Britney Spears when I was in high school. Super dope with her music, head bopping, bubblegum music, dope. But man, she tried to go really touch Wembanyama. She's little already. And shout out to Britney Spears from Louisiana. Britney Spears.
She from down here. She from Louisiana. Oh, that's it. Oh man, come on. You ain't gotta say no more, man. Huh?
Yeah. We definitely do things a little bit differently here in Louisiana.
Oh, you sure do, man. Woo!
Yeah. But she tried to touch him, and now she want an apology. I guess they could give her an apology. But to me, the security guard didn't even turn around. He just saw the hand coming up, and he just turned around and backslapped. It's not like he turned around, looked at her, smacked somebody. It wasn't like that. Wait a minute now. She was trying to go reach up and touch him to say, hey, I'm in the casino too. You can't miss Wembanyama. Security saw the hand, turned around, backed up, and they kept it moving. They never even broke stride. That to me was the best part of the video. Usually, if you accidentally hit somebody, you stop and say, "What happened?" Nah, security guard didn't even break stride, man. He was used to this. Bam, knocked it down, kept it moving, man. Yeah, Britney Spears, that was a little different.
That's what I call good security right there.
Yeah,
that's the type of security you need.
Top of the line, top flight security in the world, Craig. Yeah, it was a real one there.
Yeah, you said the key word. She was a star when you were a kid. So I should expect people today to know who she is now. People don't know her.
Yeah. To me, it was one of those things. She was trying to chase him. He never even looked back when Wembanyama. He was ahead of her. She was trying to follow him to chase him. So he was paying her zero mind at all. Hey, I do want to shout out one of the comments I thought was a really cool one. I do like Josiah Gray. This is talking about the African-American All-Stars are from New York State too. Josiah Gray, he's on the DL right now. He's on the sorry Washington Nationals, but my man can strike some people out from Lemoyne College, New Rochelle, up back in the New York City area, Westchester County, baby. Got married in New Rochelle. And then Rad, man, your man Marcus Stroman, man, he fizzling out right now like the last 3 stars. Looking tired and looking like Marcus Stroman. But, man, he's been the lead dog for the Chicago Cubs. Marcus Stroman being from Minden, Duke product, man, doing his thing. And he stayed representing, stayed with the Dewey out there. He does it with the cake tucked in. So it's always good to see Marcus Stroman and Josiah Gray, both of them African-American pitchers on the mound doing their thing, having success this year.
Excellent to mention them. I think he may have a good game against the Yankees because the Chicago Cubs are playing the Yankees this weekend. I think if Stroman pitches today or tomorrow, watch out. He may have a big game against them.
No doubt.
All right. We're going to hit the Summer League, guys. What's going on with Summer League basketball?
Yeah, but it's interesting. My man Wembanyama, he got his welcome to the NBA moment yesterday. We got a nasty posterized dunk on him. Check out your local media outlets to see that, man. Wembanyama, you can tell he's going to be a good player. The thing that Summer League always reminds me of, these are young kids. These are people who were just playing in high school, just playing in college, usually a year. Like, it takes time. So a lot of players you never heard of, but the Summer League is going on right now. They have 3 different leagues this year. So the big Summer League in Vegas has started. That's what we know as the Summer League. That one has started this year, and Wembanyama played the first game. Looks solid, but he got to get used to the American athlete. Got to get used now that, and we know the NBA. Plenty of us out there, plenty of African Americans out there. So it is Wembanyama gonna be a solidly good player. I just keep coming back to, how does everybody know that Scoot Henderson is so great? I don't understand this. I never heard somebody who Wembanyama was a consistent number 1. If Scoot Henderson was so great, why wasn't he taking that second? And I get it. You got LaMelo there, but Charlotte just need talent. I need to see this dude, Scoot Henderson. And I could be wrong, and I'm prepared to be, but I'm still just thinking the way that they talk about Scoot Henderson as he's automatically going to be this next great NBA player. I like Brandon Miller. He had to deal with some real trials and tribulation going on with Nate Oates, former UB men's basketball coach. And Brandon Miller had to deal with some real trials and tribulation this year with that whole murder and different things going on at Alabama, them being number 1 multiple times. I like Brandon Miller's game for Charlotte. He looks like a solid player. Doesn't look like he's going to be a super great player or anything like that, but he looks solid. But to me, I'm just so interested. I can't wait to see this dude, Scoot Henderson. For me, I love the league pass. I'm going to be watching a whole lot of Scoot Henderson this year. I know everybody's talking about Dame Dollar. I mean, that's cool. You can get that on your media outlets. But I love our Rochester guys out here doing their thing in the league, on the way to the league. And then on a more national level, just Scoot Henderson, J-GILLZ. Everybody is just talking. Everywhere I go, Scoot Henderson, the next great player. If he was so great, why didn't he go number 2? I just don't get that. So I'm excited to see what's going on Summer League when the Blazers join the fun.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you, Scoot. Hopefully, first of all, we're wishing Scoot the best with suffering that shoulder injury last night. But, signs are saying that hopefully it's not dislocated, especially with Dame about to leave. Portland's in a tizzy right now. But Brandon Miller, the way he's been playing, Scoot could have definitely went number 2. Brandon Miller is averaging more personal fouls and points at this stage in his early career. It's terrible. But to go back to the main course, Victor Wembanyama, to me, just looking at the guy, he played, to me, he had a great game. 2 for 13 shooting, but he impacted the game in more ways than one on the defensive end. You know, he looked like a deer in headlights and still got 5 blocks by just putting his hands up. As Fanatic said, totally different type of athlete. These are young guys. Everybody ain't, you know, at that experience. I mean, some guys out there are like a Keegan Murray coming off of a 7-game whirlwind of a playoff series and now going back to summer league. But you know, some guys are undrafted guys. So you know, I thought that he impacted the game in more ways than one. Still was able to rebound, block shots, in effect, alter a lot of people's shots. I think that his skill set is going to be really transformational in the league. I think he's going to need a big next to him, though. You know, he's going to have to get some more muscle on that frame, but the way he plays is going to be so smooth. And if you can just get another athletic big next to him, I mean, that's going to be it's reminiscent of back in the days, man. And even back in my days with the Bynums and the Gasols type of ways. It's going to be great to see. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, you and me both, man. And I do want to go back out to Charlotte, man, because they got LaMelo Ball. I will say they kind of snuck it under the radar. They did go ahead and re-sign Miles Bridges, who had that domestic violence out the whole year last year. Nobody really talks about that, even in the local Charlotte media. I hope that he really has rehabilitated himself to say what he did, at least acknowledge that it was a mistake and that he didn't need to do what he did, because that was a pretty significant domestic violence that I think we just didn't really talk about because it was in Charlotte. And so semi mid-major market, I would say. But that Charlotte Hornets team, man, Rozier, they got a really good young team. They really, now that's somebody who needs a Udonis Haslem, like a really good vet who can really play. It's gonna be consistent because Gordon Hayward's on the team. They don't seem to really respect him like that to be the leader of the team. But yeah, that Brandon Miller, man, I like Brandon Miller. I like what he's working with. Like you said about Wembanyama, man, the dude can play. You can see the skills. Last night was one of those games. It just didn't really fall for him. But it's gonna be days. You know, you're gonna have days like that where you just don't score the basketball like that. So I'm excited to see that. To me, the team to watch, and hey, you know, Vegas always has some prop bets you can put on. To me, the team I'm looking for is the Houston Rockets, because basically they got a summer league team throughout the regular season. So now for them, they're out here just continuing to play along. Really young team. My man Jabari Smith Jr. from Auburn, SEC. He's out here. He had 33 last night, leading to the 1-point win over Scoot Henderson. So it's going to be
a winner.
Yeah, go ahead, J-GILLZ.
Yeah, that was a game winner. That was a phenomenal. Yeah, that Houston is looking phenomenal right now, I have to say.
Yeah, man. Because again, man, they got a G League squad throughout the year, so they just continuing to play together, man. Same old. So, and the Lakers, I gotta shout them out, man. They my man, the young boy from Michigan State, Max Christie, man. He's balling. I think he really has. Again, these kids are 19, 20 years old. People are talking about, hey, are they good? Are they a bust? What is it? Come on, man. These kids are so young. So it is, man. But it's always interesting to watch, man. For you, J-GILLZ, if there's any player, who are you looking for, either first or second year player? Who's that player summer league where you're like, hey, you know, I know you got some things going on, so I'm gonna make it quick. Any question, any first or second year player you like, J-GILLZ?
I mean, you know me. I'm going with the biggest fish, man. I'm looking at Victor Wembanyama all day. If he's as good as advertising, to me, he looked just that good. Then I'm watching him. All eyes on Victor.
Good. I like it, man. I know you got to run, J-GILLZ, man. Keep doing your thing. Have a great time, man. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate y'all.
No doubt, man. Hey, Radman, who I'm gonna tell you again. I guess I'm in Atlanta all the way in with these days, man. Atlanta. Hey, check out my man AJ Griffin, guard from Duke, sister in the WNBA. Great athletic family. It's funny to see a lot more of these families balling, like Scoot Henderson. He got like 4 sisters. Good athletic family genes, man. So check out my man AJ Griffin, guard from Duke, guard forward. Played at Duke 2 years ago as a freshman left. Played really well for Duke. Played with Paulo Banchero. He's with the Atlanta Hawks. Check him out in terms of folks to check out during League Pass.
Good morning, fellas. We got some callers on the line if you guys want to answer them.
Yes, we do. Yes, let's go right ahead. Let's go with the first one. Who's up first?
The B1055. Hold on. B1055, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Doug the Crastinator calling. What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
Good morning. What's up, Doug?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I was calling. I tried to call last week to when J-GILLZ said that Halliburton signed for $260 million. The way that works is it's a 5-year extension for $200 million, and if he makes any All-NBA team next season, then he gets the extra $60 million.
Exactly. Yeah, that's such a great point. And now the real question is, I think, like I said last week, I think he's worth that money. People may not know it, and I know that people can't spell his last name. Yeah, but to me, he can ball, and I think he could get that All-NBA team. I know it's a little stacked with the guards, but he's a special player. Do you think that's a good contract for him?
Bomb. I mean, he's what I would call in baseball a true 5-tool player.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Very right. Very. Yep. I like the basketball. You know what you're talking about, Doug. I like it.
That's because I do my homework. I don't have time to engage in sophistry.
There you go. Oh, there you go. That's what I love about having you call in. Call in. You know what you're talking about.
Yep. Pull up.
All right.
Then you can always come and check us out. Always check us out.
Hey, yeah, have a great week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, he talking about what he know. He's not talking about what he heard.
Yeah, exactly. Legit. Yeah. Yes, sir, Rad man.
We have someone up next. Backspin.
Not at this time, but I will keep my eyes on the lines.
Beautiful. And we get into football. Hey, 2 weeks away from training camp starting. Fanatic football's coming up real as quickly approaching. DeAndre Hopkins, I think the best move for him right now to go to Kansas City, work a deal with the Chiefs, go to a team that's a proven winner, and get you a chance to get you a ring this coming season. Because even though they lost a little bit guys on the defense, their offensive line they fortified the offensive line. They have running backs. I think he would fit in really well with the KC. And can you imagine Andy Reid setting up plays for him? Oh my gosh!
Wait, man, it's already tough when Patrick Mahomes is doing it, man, and now you give him more weapons to play with. It is, that would be almost unfair. I know, of course, I'm hoping that he does come to New England. But I can easily see these days it's not as appealing being a New England Patriot these days than they used to be. So, and I will say, Tom, don't do it, Tom Brady. Tom Brady, don't do it. If you talk about Kim Kardashian, hey man, just go back to Giselle, find somebody else. Come on, Tom.
Well, man, he messing with Kim Kardashian. What?
Huh?
Well, he messing around with Kim Kardashian.
That's the word on the street. Michael.
Oh man, that's a mismatch, man. That's a mismatch. There,
come on, man.
My money's on Kim Kardashian. She gonna blow him out the water, man. He ain't gonna know what to do, man. He ain't gonna know what to do with that. Oh, come on,
Come on, man. Yeah, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. He needs his father, man. He needs me. Hey, he need to go. Somebody need to talk to him. Tom, don't do that. Don't do it, man.
That's why
bad things gonna happen.
That's why he wanted to stay on the field, because that's what he know what to do. He know to practice and play football. He don't know about everyday life skills, man.
We got one more caller, fellas. The B1055. I don't know why people call and hang up. Like, give us a minute.
Yeah, come on, get back, spend a minute. He's multitasking, y'all. Don't hang up on this that quick. You think somebody should pick up the phone and 2 rings? Come on now. He's working on it, but yeah, that's a big mismatch right there. She would be the heavy favorite in that relationship right there. Yes,
yeah, no, I can see that. But hey, Rad, man, like you said, man, what's up? The Bills coming in. I know training camp starts. Any updates really with the Bills as they get ready to come back into St. John Fisher, which I'm so glad for me and my day-to-day work being on the college campus. I love that St. John Fisher is a great school, private school, small. They get a chance to host the Bills again, man. Anything big or anything small even for the Buffalo Bills and what you're looking for, any updates for them?
I'm looking at that linebacker position. I want to see the linebacker play. I want to see what they can do with the who are they going to put. I like Milano as the middle linebacker and putting the young speedy guy on the outside. Because he's tough enough that he showed in the games that Tremaine Edmonds was out that he played. They put him as a hybrid middle linebacker, and to me, he met the guy right at the line of scrimmage. And to me, he was better against the run where Tremaine Edmonds was better. Because and keep in mind, Tremaine Edmonds was the signal caller for the last 5 years. I mean, this guy called all the defensive calls, and the guys on the back end would know what to do and make changes on the end, and it made Michael Hyde and Jordan Poyer's job so much easier. So it's going to be interesting to see how the transitions into who's going to be the signal caller, who takes over the middle linebacker position. I think Milano can handle it, and I think the rookie guys, they can put them to the outside. Because you remember Kansas City won the Super Bowl with 9 rookies last year on their team.
Yes.
Starting. Yep. So it can be done. Atlanta made the Super Bowl with 20 rookies on their team. So
crazy.
It can be done, but you gotta have the right coach with the right mindset. You can't be on the sideline blowing up and losing a gasket on the sideline. You gotta be the head coach and see, now that you call a defense, who are you gonna rely on to make the heavy decisions on critical situations in the game that you already are very deficient in at the present time. That's what I want to see. In training camp, when they do their hurry up offense, the 2-minute drills, I want to see who's making decisions on when to come out and kick a field goal, what they're going to do, because they do game time situations in training camp. So those are the key things: special teams, who's going to make the key decisions, and also that defensive front, and also who's the starting offensive line. Why don't you cut Mitch Morris now? Give us a break. Cut Mitch Morris, put Ryan Bates in at the center, get Younger at the center, and get you your guard tackles, because that old man don't need to be out there playing center anymore in the National Football League. And a shout out to one of your guys in golf. You talked about Ricky Fowler a few weeks ago, Fanatic, and I see he finally won his first win since Super Bowl Sunday 2019. Wow.
Exactly.
We got a quick caller. The Beat 105.5, you're live on the air. Who is this?
Mr. Backspin. Blunt. How you doing, Dallas fans?
I'm good, Mr. Blunt. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, you had some technical difficulties because it was on and off. I don't know what happened. Maybe it could be my computer because I'm listening to it through the internet.
Well, you on right now, my brother. You on right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm using my cell phone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your question? What's the question you have for us? Or Negro League comment?
Oh, I want to make a comment on the black ball players that you make, and to confirm what you stated based on the book that Gary Sheffield wrote. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. The legendary coach of the Los Angeles Dodgers, when they were winning World Series, the high-profile
Tommy Lasorda.
Tommy. Okay, he's high energy. He's high energy. He said that we could go down in the Caribbean and go gold digging, gold hunting. Okay.
Yes.
And that's before the Latino players were signing those big contracts, so they were signing them for a little or nothing. And in terms of the Negro League with Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, those guys were playing a different style of baseball. They were running, stealing bases, bunting, all kinds of action-oriented activity on the ball field, whereas the traditional Major League was just pitching and hitting, very static, not dynamic, okay? So, and when Jackie Robinson broke in, remember he started stealing bases?
Yeah.
People. So that changed the dynamic of the game. And you're absolutely right, George Radman. They used to play, the Negroes used to play at night because they needed the ball stadium. And that changed the entire dynamics for the ownership class of the Major League Baseball. They said, where are all these people coming from filling these stands? That's what we got to have. So you had an excellent scholarly presentation of the information you presented, and I just hope the audience understand that.
Thank you, Mr. Blunt, and thank you for calling local historian. About Time Magazine James and Carolyn Blunt for many years here in Rochester, New York, and get speedy recovery for Carolyn Blunt. We're all praying for you for a speedy recovery as well. And Mr. Blunt, absolutely right. We always enjoy his commentary. And one last thing about, he brought up that Tommy Lasorda. After he made that comment about we could go to gold mine, go hunting down in the Caribbean and get us a gold mine full of players, Reggie Jackson said, "Hey, who's that? Isn't that fat guy that beat her? All he know how to do is pat you on the behind after you hit a home run and then go back and sit on his fat behind in the dugout." And said, yeah, that was why all Tommy Lasorda did, was a cheerleader for the LA Dodgers for many years. Dusty Baker, legendary ball player and manager of the Houston Astros, was his starting left fielder during those championship years. Him, Reggie Smith. Oh, they had Ron Say, Steve Garvey. I mean, that team was loaded once. So all he knew how to do was pat you on the behind after you hit the home run and came back in after scoring some runs. Would make that comment, old Tommy Lasorda. So yeah, we let you know what time it was. Thank you, Mr. Blunt. Closing comments, Fanatic.
You know it. So, hey, big one for me. Sha'Carri Richardson's LSU zone continue to break records left and right. Sha'Carri Richardson at the USA Track and Field Nationals ran a 10.71. Wow. Fastest time in the world this year, man. Sha'Carri continues to do that. So continue shouting out her. Shout out to Foster Moreau, Saints tight end. Now here in the local area, he's talking about he is now officially in remission from his cancer. So blessings and shout out to him, man. Hopefully he can get back on the field. But most importantly, his health is absolutely the most important. And then Wimbledon, man. It's that changing of the guard time again. And I remember when Djokovic couldn't beat and break through against the Federers and the Dogs, and then he finally did. Carlos Alcaraz, will you finally stand up, sir? The Spaniard, will you take over and beat the Joker? Because really, after that, the Joker can run wild right now. But again, I told you, I think he can get up to 19, 20 majors. I think he'll take again Wimbledon. Carlos Alcaraz is just too young. Tiafimo is too young, or Tiafo from Maryland. So Wimbledon, check it out. I think the Joker, again, you heard it here first, 19 to 20 majors totally. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 more majors for Djokovic since he won the French Open. 4 more is what I think he'll do. So
that's an impressive run right there. Even though I don't like the guy, I gotta respect the guy, because the guy he gets on that tennis court, he know what to do. He handles his business for sure. So hey, we looking forward. We talk sports of all sorts each week. We're gonna be opening the phone lines a little bit more and more to give you some comments over the summer season as we get through the season, get ready for the NFL action to kick back off. We ain't telling you what we telling you what we heard. Or no, we ain't telling you what we heard. We telling you what we know right here on the show. Like us on Facebook. Also like us, subscribe to the show on YouTube. So YouTube doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Just subscribe to the show on YouTube, Real Deal Sports Show. Hit the bell icon to receive your notifications of when we're on. Because we also going to have special shows coming up once the NFL season kicks back in. Backspin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that a fair match? Kim Kardashian versus Tom Brady. Is that a fair?
There's no fair matches when Kim Kardashian or any Kardashian, for that matter, is involved. I mean, people have patterns, and they show you who they are. So
believe them.
You know what I mean? Like Tom, he should steer clear unless he wants to be another victim of the Kardashian curse.
Yeah. No doubt. They leave them laying, man. They don't mess around, man. They you couldn't have said it any better, Backspin. Leave them alone.
That's just how I feel. I leave them, make them a one-night stand and keep it moving.
Keep it moving, man. Tom going to end up in the hospital, being rushed to the hospital with something wrong with him.
Exactly. Have your fun and leave her done. That's
Bax about to give us a TED talk this morning. Go ahead, Backspin.
That's what time it really is.
Little pimpology 101.
Yes, sir.
Every Saturday morning, it's the Real Deal Sports Show right here on the Beat 105.5. Right, man. Fanatic J-GILLZ out there. We'll see y'all again next week, man. Y'all have a great weekend.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep it locked right where you got it. You know what's on the way. The Back of Time Show is on deck right here on the Beat.